My Corona. My. Woo! Hi everyone, welcome back to Duthie Dining, or my quarantine kitchen as I am now calling it. We are diving into comfort food this week. Now I asked you guys on my Instagram which dish you wanted to see and you all voted for this one. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you can follow me here. But in the meantime, we're gonna dive into this dish. I'm calling them mini calzones or pizza pockets. It's the perfect dish for a self-isolating quarantine night in. So we're gonna run through the ingredients really fast for everything you're gonna need for these calzones. So out on the table, I have Italian sausage here, our favorite marinara sauce for dipping, some baby arugula for a little peppery bite, some puff pastry, but you could also use store-bought pizza dough. We've got just a little bit of garlic powder here, some black pepper, salt, really simple on the seasonings, some shredded Parmesan, 1 shallot, and 6 ounces of cream cheese, and that is everything. All right guys, well welcome back. We are gonna dive into some of the prep work that we need for these calzones. Amazingly to me, I'm so excited, this is the only thing that we have to chop. So if you don't love doing a lot of chopping and prep work before a recipe, I have got you covered. So I am just going to quickly chop this little shallot. Shallots are a little softer of an onion flavor, which is what we want for these little calzones. Nothing to really stand out too strong because we want the meat and the cream cheese and all that to be kind of the star players here. So we're just gonna chop into this. So now that we are all chopped and ready to go, we are gonna get onto the next phase, which is just to compile all the ingredients, the sausage, the puff pastry, and put these babies into the oven. All right, so I have my pan here, and I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of olive oil so that everything doesn't stick. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna go right in with my shallots. We're just gonna cook these until they sweat down just a little bit, and then we'll go in with the next step. All right, so the shallots are starting to golden up. They take no time to cook at all, and we're gonna go right in with our Italian sausage. And we're just gonna take a fork and break this up. All right, so we've got our turkey sausage in here, cooking up. We're just stirring it occasionally and breaking it up until it's no longer pink. Okay, so now that our sausage is starting to go golden in some parts and it's no longer pink, what we're gonna do is go straight in with our baby arugula. And the heat of the sausage is just gonna wilt this all down. Mix that together, and it will all wilt from the heat of the sausage. Look at that, adding a little bit of color. All right, once it's all wilted down, we are ready for the next step. All right, so I've got my sausage and arugula all cooked down here. And what I have is a big bowl with some cream cheese in it. And I'm just gonna pour this straight in, and what it will do is it will melt the cream cheese with the heat of the sausage and the arugula. So it's just gonna go right in and meld with the cream cheese. Okay. And then next what we're gonna add is we are going to go straight in with our spice mixture here. We've got the garlic and the pepper and the salt. We're just gonna go straight in with that mixture. And to top it off, we've got our Parmesan in here. And we're just gonna do a big handful of that. And we're gonna stir it all together, and you'll see the heat of the sausage is going to melt all of this into a creamy, incredible smelling mixture. If you were in the kitchen right now, whoo-wee, it smells amazing. So we're just gonna stir it all together. All right, so I have here my workspace ready to go. I have our sausage mixture, our puff pastry ready to roll out, some beaten egg for a little egg wash, and just some extra flour for dusting. So I'm gonna dust this just to make sure that the rolling pin doesn't stick. And I'm not gonna roll this out too much. I'm just gonna move it lengthwise and get it a little bit thinner here so we have some length to work with. Remember, these calzones are going to be mini calzones, so we don't need to worry about rolling this out too big. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take my knife here and I'm going to run it down the middle, all the way down, just softly, and I'm going to cut it right in the middle, meet the two sides. There we go. So I've got 4 squares, and all I'm going to do is take about a tablespoon of the sausage mixture, and I'm gonna put it right there. All I'm gonna do is fold this right onto itself. And all I have to do for the next step is just to make sure that these edges are crimped on the side so that none of the mixture comes out on the other side. And even what we can do to make sure more is take some of the egg wash and just run it down the outside so that it sticks together. So we're just gonna do the other 4, and I'll see for the last step. And we'll have these guys ready to go into the oven. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm taking my mini calzones and I'm just placing them here over onto a greased sheet pan, so they're not going to stick. And I'm just spreading them out as much as they can be, just like this. Okay, so we have all of our mini calzones ready to be tossed into the oven. Just one final step we need to do before. We're going to take our egg wash and just dust the top of all of these so that we make sure that they go nice and golden brown in the oven. Okay, and one final thing I like to do is take a tiny bit of that leftover Parmesan that we had and just put a few on top of the calzones so people can kind of see a little highlight of what's in them. All right, we're gonna toss these into the oven at 375 for about 30 to 35 minutes or until they are puffed and golden brown. All right, we're ready for that review, that final reveal. They are amazing. Now, one thing I did want to add was typically I would do this with pizza dough. But during this quarantine, our grocery stores are totally out of pizza dough. So I wanted to show you in this time what you can do alternatively. It's just as good It's just slightly different texture that you'd normally have to pizza dough. So I'm gonna put all these out. All right, so it's that time. We are gonna cut into these babies and check them out. Look at that. All right, we're gonna go in for the taste test here. I have my heated up marinara sauce, and I'm gonna dip just like this, and I'm gonna go in for the kill. Wow. You have got to make this. Seriously guys, it is amazing. So good. So if you want to try these out, make sure and check out the recipe down below in the drop down menu. I have all the ingredients, the method to make this. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Keep tuning in for more quarantine recipes.